from Russia, and in this channel, I'm sharing some traditions. I talk about the life in Russia, so the real thing that it is. In my short videos, I also share some common phrases that we Russians use every day in our daily life. If you are learning Russian language, you would never find in the books, vocabulary books, very popular among people, but they never write about that.
Снова по-русски?
По-русски?
Да.
And today I would like to make a long video. It's the first my long video that I do, and it would be like a chiller video without the preparation. I'm drinking my coffee at the moment, and I've prepared only some stereotypes about Russia that I found in some comments. What do people think about Russia and life in Russia? And today I would like to tell you if it's the truth or the myth. So as a person living in Russia all my life, and I would like to discuss that with you. I hope that video would be interesting. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And let's start with that. And the first myth is Russians drink vodka all the time. It's very famous drink in Russia, that's really so, but do you actually people drink vodka every day? So I tell no. It's popular, but nowadays it's not like consumed every day, and young people prefer beer, wine, tea. Even tea is very popular, or coffee. Takeaway coffee is so important nowadays. When people go out, they drink takeaway coffee. We use different syrups. We use different different types of coffee, and really, so I don't know the person who drinks every day. But I live in the city center, and I know as if I go out to some suburbs or even in some small towns, I would see that a lot of people drink. Say that vodka is not so expensive to drink, not so expensive to buy. So if the person doesn't have a goal in his life, or he doesn't want to do anything else. The problem is that in some small towns or villages, there is nothing to do. So the person did his job and he comes home and he has nothing to do, just drink with the friends and so on. And also the weather is not very nice, as you know. It's not the reason to drink, of course, but it is very popular among people who live in small towns, who has nothing to do, who has no goals in life and so on. But the most interesting thing is that among young people, drinking alcohol is not very important nowadays. And I'm happy to say that young people, so they prefer to lead a healthy lifestyle. They go to the gym, they do yoga, Pilates, they do different things, but not drinking alcohol, and that's very nice. The second myth is Russia is very cold. I'd say that that's true in some regions, in Siberia, for example, that's really so. I live in Yekaterinburg, so it's not very far from Moscow. It's like 2 hours by plane. And in my city, it's a very big city. And in my city, it's like, yeah, it's cold. In winter, it's -30 sometimes. It was like -35, but it's okay. So we are maybe used to that weather. And I know that, so it's very cold. And if you just wear very warm clothes, it won't be a problem. So we have enough warm clothes for that. But yeah, I'd say that this myth is not a myth. It's not only a stereotype that in Russia, in some regions, it's very cold. Oh, I think that I have to make shorts about what clothes do we wear when it's like -30. It would be interesting for you. Write a comment and I would make a video about that. The third myth is bears walk on the streets.
Марш сейчас отсюда! Видишь, какие?
So there's one of my favorite. I've never seen bears, like except like the zoos or circus or something like that. Never in my real life. Bears are part of Russians' wildlife, of course, but they stay in forests or zoos. Won't see a bear wandering around the red square. Would never see them in big cities. But living in some villages, really, I've watched some videos where you can just go out of your house, and if you live next to the forest, you can see some birds, really. But it's only because it's the part of the wildlife. So you can see them in circus acting. I'm against the circus because once I've been to the inside of the circus and I've seen how small cages, really small. A so big bear was in a so small cage. After that, I didn't go to the circus anymore. So bears, it's a myth. So definitely a myth. Myth number 4, Russians never smile. So why do Russians seem so serious in public?
Russians are the scariest white people. They've earned it. I'm so scared of them that I guarantee you if I was lost, dangerously lost, there is no way I'd ask a Russian for directions. Just real quick, like, sir, help me. Please help me. How do I get to the subway? This subway? Walk down the street and turn corner.
Are they just grumpy or they are not friendly at all? So that's interesting because in Russian culture, smile is often seen as something meaningful. We never smile just saying, hello, how are you? Oh, I'm so happy to see you. So we never smile in that cases, but it would be better, I think. So even when we meet our friends or our friend walking, we can say just привет or привет. And I don't smile in that case, but I know that in some countries, like in Italy or some European countries or in USA, they just smile a lot, even in England, I think. So write a comment if you are from another country. It would be very interesting. Do you really smile a lot while you are talking? And it's not funny, but just in a polite way you smile. Very interesting that smiling without a reason can come across as a fake in Russia. We see that the person is smiling without the reason. We can even say that he's a fool, like stupid. And we have the proverb in Russian, смех без причины, признак дурачины, which means really that if you're laughing without any reason, you're a stupid person. I can't say that Russian people are not friendly. I'd say that they are just very closed. The reason is that of our weather, or I don't know. So why don't we smile? I don't like it. I lived in Italy for some months studying there, and I saw people smile a lot. And Russians, they are so never do that without any reasons. It's not a myth, so it's not a stereotype, it's the truth. When it's a very close person, we smile a lot, we laugh, we have fun, and so on. Russian people smile, but there need to be a reason to smile, so we need to be really happy to smile.
Заходил вчера, ночью ехать лень, пробыл до утра.
Next myth or stereotype is Russians love caviar. Is caviar a staple on every Russian's table? I'd say that it's not true because Russians do love caviar, but especially red caviar, and which is commonly served bread and butter, or we do some like starters with that. But it's like for special occasions like New Year's Eve. To tell you the truth, the caviar is rather expensive, so the average person can't buy that every day or even every week or every month, and that's why we are not very used to eating that so often. Sign of a rich person, of a rich luxurious life, and that's why we buy that only for some special occasions, or when, for example, a couple has a romantic date. Of course, they can just order a caviar to eat, especially a red or black caviar. It's more expensive than red. So, and it's a sign of a celebration or a special occasion or a special event. Russian food is just borscht and potatoes. Is Russian cuisine limited to soups, some mashed potatoes, boiled potatoes, and that's all?
Ooh, look at the grease.
Oh my gosh.
Ooh, this is a good one.
It literally just spills
oh
out
my
butter.
God, look at this. You can see it. Ooh, butter.
Oh
No,
my
you didn't get
gosh,
it.
there is so much butter in there.
Oh, here. All right, so
So Russian food is incredibly diverse. Besides the borscht, you'll find dumplings, you'll find some grilled meat, like pancakes, you'll find that Russian salad, and don't forget the variety of some regional cuisines like Georgian, Tatar, and some other things. I'd say that nowadays, among young people, it's not so popular to eat soups at all. We like some Asian cuisines like tom yum. It's very popular nowadays in Russia. We like so something like healthier. We don't eat dumplings very often among young people. So the healthy lifestyle is very popular nowadays too. So they like different salads, European cuisine, pasta is very popular. And if you're talking about Russian restaurants, or not Russian cuisine, but restaurants in Russia, if you visit Russia, you'd see that you can find everything. So we have like sushi, we have different Italian restaurants, different Chinese, like everything. Oh, I think it's very interesting to go to a special area where you can find different small restaurants in one place. It's called like a food story, and you can find different restaurants of different cuisines there. And I think I would make a video about that also, that you can really find everything. If we are talking about some small towns, about elder generation, yeah, I'd say that borscht is very popular, and even dumplings is very popular, and it's so nice when they like do that like handmade. And for us, making dumplings, it's like a process, it's a tradition in some families. So they gather all together and they start doing dumplings, and they are talking about something. They spend all the evening doing that, and it's like the process of doing something together. And I think it's very nice to do, really. And making borscht, it's also something, so for me, it's something for once a month. We do that once a month because it's not so easy to make it properly. You have to buy a lot of different ingredients, like different vegetables, prepare everything, a special kind of meat. And we can also make sure it's about, or even a longer video of how to cook Russian borscht if you are interested in that. So write a comment there. I would share, so I would cook that with you. The next myth that I've prepared: Russia is unsafe for tourists. Should you be worried about traveling to Russia? That it's a myth. Major cities like Moscow, St. Petersburg, or even other cities like my city, Yekaterinburg, are as safe as most tourist destinations. Just like anywhere. So use common sense, don't wander into some sketchy areas late at night, and you'll be fine. You don't have to worry about that. You just need to take warm clothes, please. If you visit our country in winter, so you need to be prepared. Have some stereotypes about Russia. Some of them are true, some false. It's very important if you have some stereotypes in your mind, please write that in the comment, because I've just prepared something that I've heard, but maybe you have something to add, and I would like to talk about that, and I would like to tell you about the real thing that we have about it. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more cultural, deeper. Пока!